Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
And that breaking news is in Lenawee County. New search is underway right now for a woman who's been missing for more than 2 years. Michigan State Police say a special investigations force is executing search warrants right now. The search for Dee Warner started way back in April of 2021. That's when she was last seen at her home on Munger Road in Franklin Township. Now, her cell phone went dead. Police saw no activity on her credit cards. Her husband has said she left to start a new life. Warner's family doesn't buy that suggestion. We just spoke to her brother moments ago about today's search.
It was a bit of a surprise of the magnitude that took place here. With a lot of people, I can't give you a count, but there were a lot of people in different sites searching.
Now, we do have a crew in Lenawee County. We'll have some new information for you when you join us for Local 4 News at 5 on this mystery. Now, the house explosion over in Inkster, this is some of the aftermath after firefighters were able to beat down those flames. Now, we did learn a DTE crew was actually on the scene at the time of the blast. Let's take a look at this map. You can see it happened over on Penn Street in Inkster, and that neighborhood is just off South Beach Daily Road between Inkster and Telegraph. Pam Osborne is live on the scene right now. Pam, we hear there are injuries.
Yeah, the man who was inside of his home at the time of the explosion, he suffered some pretty significant burns. And this is all that's left of his home. As you can see, it is a complete loss. We spoke to an eyewitness to all of this, a man who says he was riding his bicycle down Penn Street at the time of that explosion.
When I first seen him, he was on fire. By the time I got my phone out and everything, started recording it, he was out.
This is that video that John Agnew was referring to. He and several other witnesses tell us DTE was in the area doing some work at the time of the explosion. He described watching crews using fire extinguishers to put out that flames that were on that homeowner. Investigators have been on the scene for several hours working to determine a cause of that blast. But Inkster Fire Chief Chuck Hubbard says there's one thing that is clear at this hour, and that is this was an obvious explosion. Neighbors living nearby have their own concerns about what happened today.
Close to home. It's too close to home.
A DTE spokesperson says that they were doing some routine construction work in the area at the time of the blast. They say that a couple of their workers actually were evaluated here on the scene. One of them treated, or sought treatment, I should say, for a minor injury. Safety is their top priority, is what they're saying here tonight. Again, as you can see, that investigation into what caused all of this continues. Reporting live in Inkster, I'm Pamela Osborne, Local 4.
What a story. All right. Thank you, Pam. We'll see you at 5. In this Local 4 update, there is some new information about the person of interest in the murder of a Detroit neurosurgeon. That person of interest has been released. The Detroit Police Department says the homicide investigation into the shooting of Dr. Devin Hover continues. He was found shot to death in his home in the Boston Edison neighborhood 9 days ago. Investigators say they don't believe the shooting was a random act. They hope the person of interest might have information leading to an arrest, but after a review by prosecutors, that person is no longer in custody. A once popular Detroit business is facing a closure and some new claims of racial discrimination. The double shot of bad news just hit Founders Brewing Company in the past 24 hours. Now, we did tell you the Detroit Tap Room is closing permanently last night at 11. Well, today, we learned a former employee is suing the brewery, alleging the work environment was racially hostile. You might recall, this all follows a temporary shutdown 3 years ago after another racial discrimination lawsuit. Springtime tradition blooming over Detroit's Eastern Market. Doesn't that make you happy? It was a bit chilly this morning, but the flowers are back. You probably know vendors from all over the Midwest bring their blooms on Saturdays during flower season, but there are also 5 Tuesday markets, and that starts today, runs through the month of May. We are told they have smaller crowds and easier parking. The Tuesday market runs from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. over in Shed 5 and 6. Makes me happy talking about flowers, but it's probably not a good week to plant them, right? It's still unseasonably cold right now. So what are we looking at tonight? Forward meteorologist Kim Adams starts looking ahead in our first forecast.
I know those flowers, it's so tempting, especially once you buy them, to get them in the ground, but it's still a little bit too soon. Most of you that are gardeners already know the rule of thumb, don't plant it before Mother's Day. And certainly this year that's going to hold true as we have another cold night tonight and we've got that rain out there. It's just been a damp and chilly day with rain off and on. It is raining right now in Richmond, New Haven, Chesterfield, Mount Clemens, down I-94 to the Grosse Pointes, Hamtramck, Detroit, Dearborn, all getting rain at this hour. A few sprinkles over in Livonia, and then we'll go a little bit farther to the west, and it is raining in Wixom, Milford, and also out in Brighton, but it's just started to dry out in Howell. So temperatures. We're supposed to be in the 60s. This is nowhere near where we should be for this time of year. It is just unseasonably cold. 41 in Pontiac and Mount Clemens, 44 at Metro Airport. Well, this evening, temperatures will fall down through the low 40s and then eventually into the upper 30s, but the showers will be coming to an end tonight. And then I think you're going to really like this future forecast. We've got a lot of sunshine and warmer air on the way. I'll talk about that in the forecast.
All right. Thanks, Kim. Well, there's still no sign of the suspect in a shooting that left 5 people dead near Houston, Texas. The massive search was one of our big stories yesterday. Francisco Oropesa has been on the run since Friday night. Police say neighbors asked him to stop shooting his gun in his yard, and as they tried to get a baby to go to sleep. And that is when they say he came over and started shooting. Hundreds of officers have been searching, and there is an $80,000 reward for the capture of the suspect, who's been labeled armed and dangerous. The United States could crash into its debt ceiling sooner than expected, but top leaders have agreed to a big meeting next week. Republican House Speaker Kevin McCarthy says he will meet with President Biden and other leaders. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen now warns the government could start defaulting on its debts as soon as June 1st. The Republican-controlled House passed a bill to raise the debt limit, but it includes spending cuts, attacking some of the president's priorities, and is unlikely to pass the Senate. That big meeting is set for next Tuesday, May 9th, at the White House. In Shelby Township today and every day, there is a sense of overwhelming grief that lives side by side with incredible gratefulness for one family. Those dueling emotions have been at play since the death of a beloved child stolen too soon because of cancer. As Paula Tutman shows us, there is a resilience that comes from how this family chose to survive.
13 had never been a good number for the Townsend family of Shelby Township. In 2013, Justin was diagnosed with an aggressive form of brain cancer.
Survival rate is very, very, very low.
He passed away at age 13.
It still hurts after all these years that he's not here with us. He should be here with us. He's here in all the pictures. He's here in spirit.
But the family made a choice to change that number 13 and what it meant to them and what it could mean to others. After doing volunteer work for numerous causes that supported pediatric oncology and hematology, last year the Townsends created their own nonprofit, 13 Forever.
Including the St. Jude, $50,000, but $25,000 we just donated to Royal Oak Beaumont, Ronald McDonald House, and Detroit Children's Hospital.
We've been giving bags to the children for the little lesser known holidays that maybe they wouldn't celebrate at home, but they get to celebrate at school, and they're not at school. They're in the hospital for Valentine's Day or at the hospital for St. Patrick's Day.
The death of Justin also created a fork in the road for his older sister, Jackie, who saw the difference child life programs at various hospitals make in the lives of suffering families. And today, she is a child life professional at a local hospital.
I find that because I have this experience that maybe not everybody has, being a family and being a sibling of a patient, I have an understanding and an empathy that maybe doesn't always come naturally to people that might not have that experience.
We were screwed over, but we're blessed. By losing him, we were screwed over, but we're blessed. We've got Jackie, and what she's doing for kids and stuff like that is just, it does my heart wonders. To see the smile on kids that we raise money for, or the hospitals that need it, or the Ronald McDonald House, it's all just, it really does warm our heart, like we are giving back and we are making a difference.
Really are making a difference. Now, 13 Forever is a 501c3 nonprofit because they're based in Michigan. They really are focused on supporting local hematology, oncology, I should say pediatric oncology and hematology programs. By the way, their mission is really improving the outcomes of very, very sick children. Karen, they gave me this today. They gave me this, and I had no idea that May is actually National Brain Cancer Awareness Month. We're going to put a link on our website so you can find them, support them, find out what they're doing. Karen.
Thank you so much for sharing their story. We appreciate it. Thanks, Paula.